My office is like 2 blocks from here. They don't play a song when you walk in the room anymore.
What's up, guys? Your boy, Benny. I'm a massive fan of our Constitution, our founding fathers, and our founding documents, and so it is with great shame and humiliation and pain that I report to you that via the way the Constitution was written, this person is second in line for the most powerful position on earth.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
What the was that? Kamala Harris is somebody who probably is very spectrumy. Probably somebody who has like an unbelievably low IQ. Kamala Harris doesn't seem like she'd be able to make her way really out of like a grocery store by herself. Kamala Harris is somebody who's clearly stupid. She's a dumb person. She needed a lot of help to get where she is today. And it certainly didn't come from her own intellect or her own capacity to maintain good staffers. In fact, everybody flees Kamala Harris's staff as quickly as they possibly can. Many people have fled Kamala Harris's side as quickly as possibly can, including many of her old boyfriends. Some of those embarrassing relationships have been caught on tape.
Long before she met Doug Emhoff, she dated some prominent men, including in 2001, former talk show host Montel Williams. Back then, he was the famous one and had to introduce her to the paparazzi.
Kamala Harris. Daisy! Kamala was dead.
Now, the whole world...
Look at this. Look at her. By the way, she's the side piece. He literally has his other girlfriend with him. And Kamala Harris is standing there as like the side piece. How humiliating, how degrading, how utterly transactional and repulsive. Kamala Harris's old other boyfriend has also introduced himself. His name is Willie Brown. He's the mayor of San Francisco. And he wrote all about dating Kamala Harris and how he appointed her to posts for power because he was getting, well, his own post serviced, if you know what I mean. San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown addressed his past relationship with Kamala Harris in a letter, San Francisco Chronicle. Yeah, we dated. It was 20 years ago, Willie Brown said. Talked about how his relationship with Kamala Harris obviously set her up for becoming president because he appointed her to a bunch of big-time commissions. Crazy. Willie Brown would also go to a party with his wife on one arm and his girlfriend on the other. So this is like a Kamala Harris thing. She was totally down with this style of a relationship. In a 1994 Los Angeles Times article about the California Assembly Speaker Brown's rush to hand out patronage jobs, described Kamala Harris as Brown's frequent companion, and said several people referred to Brown as Brown's girlfriend. That report also cited a column that Harris was the speaker's new steady. When they met, she was 29 and Brown was 60 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call power gobbling. Kamala Harris gobbling her way to power, doing literally everyone and everything that she can do to get herself into a position of power so that she could properly F over, well, all of America, the way that she had F'd all the way to power. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of Kamala Harris. It is well reported. And Willie Brown straight up says that he influenced, yes, I have influenced her career by appointing her to 2 state commissions when I was Assembly Speaker. These state commissions netted Kamala Harris over $400,000. Whoa. And made her insanely powerful. So, yeah, this guy totally, the Kamala Harris that you see today is because of Willie Brown, he says. That's politics for you, he says. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the story of Kamala Harris. Why are we recalling this? We're recalling this because Greg Gutfeld, somebody that we probably don't appreciate enough on this show and in this movement, and made the most brutal Kamala Harris joke, like an X-rated Kamala Harris joke, that I can't believe was allowed on Fox News, to be quite frank with you. A joke that I'm not sure I would dare make on my show. And we are perfectly happy to make potty mouth jokes on our program. We find them entertaining. I mean, we're men after all. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Gutfeld said that Kamala Harris, the only thing she actually saw coming was Willie Brown.
There are two words that should scare the crap out of us, and it's not Stelter nudes. Nope, it's President Harris. During an interview with the Wall Street Journal, the Veep said she's ready to step in as commander-in-chief. Quote, I am ready to serve. There's no question about that. Serve what, you ask? If it's anything more than a tennis ball, trust me, she'd be over her head. Of course, she means she's ready should something happen to the current president. Now, she also claims that everyone who sees her on the job, quote, walks away fully aware of my capacity to lead. No, they don't walk away. They run. In the first 2 years, more than 13 high-profile aides have left the VP's office, and that's through an open window. Now, it's worth pointing out that Kamala gave that answer before the Her report. It's one thing she actually saw coming besides Willie Brown. No, he was always sneaking up on her. People are minds in the gutter. So she was worried about Joe's fitness for office even before last week's disaster. But she feels like she needs to reassure us, as if the thought of Kamala in charge is reassuring. Her Venn diagram hits that sweet spot between useless, clueless, and brainless. When Joe appointed her board czar, she got nervous because she never saw a C and a Z next to each other like that. But remember, for the longest time, we weren't supposed to criticize her for the same reason Biden picked her as VP. She checked more boxes than a grave robber.
Okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, national treasure Greg Gutfeld. Comedy gold. Talking about the Her report. It's one thing she actually saw coming, besides Willie Brown. Greg Gutfeld actually got away with it. Got away with it. Just like Willie Brown did with Kamala Harris. She's a model and an example for all women. Yeah, all right, okay. Tell me something that Kamala Harris didn't F over on her way to power. Name something. Because right now it's the country, our country, that is totally being effed over by these people that have clearly, like, an obviously, demonstrably, no morals, no self-respect. Kamala Harris, multiple times, happy to go out with guys who, like, introduced her as the side piece. Montel Williams, Willie Brown. How many more people are on that list? Who knows? These people are morally repugnant, repulsive, grotesque. Tucker Carlson, of course, speaking that truth, rings like a bell.
We told you that Willie Brown's girlfriend has decided that she knows more about COVID than the physicians and nurses who treat COVID. That would be Kamala Harris, a person with no adult skills, a person who can't figure out how to pronounce her own first name. That person is now issuing medical directives to medical doctors and demanding they obey. The media, meanwhile, seem to think that's perfectly normal. That's how bonkers things have become, and yet it seems to be accelerating.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tucker Carlson is someone who was happy to go hard in the paint at Kamala Harris, regularly calling her Willie Brown's girlfriend. It was the common moniker on his program for Kamala Harris. So Greg Gutfeld, I guess, taking up the mantle, right? Carrying the torch. But I'm not sure Greg Gutfeld will ever get a clip like this.
It's the same reason she started out her political career as Willie Brown's bratwurst bun. Kamala Harris will do anything to get ahead.
I got to say, when I look at her, you can feel the fear. And
you look at Tucker Carlson's expression here. Look at Tucker Carlson doesn't know his expression. You can tell he's like, oh my God, you can see it. Woo! One of my favorite things about Greg Gutfeld, I want to say this as like an appreciator of what he does, is that Greg Gutfeld also is fearless, much like Tucker. Greg Gutfeld is regularly defending Tucker Carlson by name on the show, on Fox, which is something you're not allowed to do. We have this on very high accord that you're not allowed to say the name, much less defend him. Fox News, I think, is currently in active litigation against Tucker Carlson and vice versa. So this is, like, obviously performative, but also practical. Yet Greg Gutfeld makes his own rules. And good for him.
Extorting Jerry Nadler with salad. Or blackmailing sports fans by threatening to cancel PBS. The fact is, Musk may be the last man standing between real freedom of speech and the suffocating block of the censorship industrial complex, which is made up of government, media, and tech forces. He realizes that advertisers have no spine and can be easily cowed by special interest groups in cahoots with political allies. If you don't believe me, I got 2 words for you. Tucker Carlson. Ooh, wow. Look at that.
Amazing. And all those all those simps on Fox that are like, please keep booking me on Fox. Like, all of them are like, they wouldn't even laugh at that joke. Good on Greg, man. What an unbelievably brave person. Not the first time also that he's made a Tucker Carlson joke. When Jesse Waters came back from paternity leave, he says, so the irony here is that you have a baby and we're the ones tuckered out. This is like the day after Tucker Carlson was fired from Fox. Amazing. Greg Gutfeld has called out Justin Trudeau. He's red in the face. Couldn't be red in the face because he's black in the face. Really good stuff, but nothing. I'm not sure anything will ever top this. Maybe the Willie Brown one will top this. Greg Gutfeld on the Women of the View.
Imagine a future where our pets can talk to us. It sounds crazy, but researchers believe that artificial intelligence may allow us to one day speak to other species. And right now, they're trying to do it with whales. Greg, as you think about these kind of communications, what would you want most?
I don't know if you
with
want
Gus and you.
Greg, you talk to whales for. I'm not going to say it.
No, if I want to hear what whales have to say, I watch The View.
Oh!
A sexist would say, I can't believe you would even think of that.
Imagine if
Ladies and gentlemen, what a setup. A national hero, somebody who is brave, and that's something that is an adjective that can't be said about anyone, really, left in TV. Maybe Greg Gutfeld is like the last guy that can be said about. But good on him. A hilarious joke. And well done. Gutfeld appreciation. Well deserved. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, subscribe. Stay completely, entirely based.